So this video is for you if you've ever had a narcissist or currently have a narcissist that calls you lazy. I'm going to be sharing with you what laziness actually is, spiritual laziness, and how narcissists use this term and how it's a projection. So, this term is very commonly used in parent-child dynamics with narcissistic parents. And one example of this is when a narcissistic parent's behavior negatively impacts the child's ability to function. So they may need more time to rest, which means they stay in bed. Their energy is drained from abuse, walking on eggshells, so they'll lay in bed more. They'll be less productive during the day. They'll feel less safe in their house, so they'll feel less safe cooking or doing chores. And narcissistic parents can tell that child directly or indirectly that they are lazy, they're acting lazy. And when I say directly or indirectly, I mean this very literally. A narcissistic parent or any narcissist can call you lazy, or they can also imply that you are lazy. Both is a form of projection, and both can affect you in the same way of thinking that you are lazy. And so what's actually happening is that the narcissist is lazy in their parenting. When they make a mistake and harm their child with their actions, they are lazy because they choose the illusion. They choose to believe that they did no wrong. They choose to believe that the child is the problem. So then when the narcissist sees your reaction to their abuse and they call it lazy, what they're actually seeing is their own laziness, their own inability to grow and change, their inability to take any actions to develop or strengthen their relationship with you. And that's what laziness is. The unwillingness to take actions, to grow. One thing you need to understand about your nervous system when you're in an abusive household is that it takes energy, more energy to be in that household than normal. It takes energy to process the abuse. To be in this fight or flight eggshell mode, walking on eggshells, that takes more energy. So when you are resting, you're actually being the total opposite of lazy. You're being responsible for your state. Your body's being responsible. This is what I need to recharge. And you recharge. So spiritual laziness is this kind of character that people get into, where they're always choosing to live in a fantasy reality of illusion. They don't take any actions to make their lives better or the world better. And this is unacceptable behavior. It's unacceptable. In this series of projections, I often use words that some people may perceive to be harsh. I don't call narcissists lazy to hurt them. It's important that we use the right terms and the right words so that we really see them clearly and how unacceptable this behavior is. Especially with the state of the world, how so many people are suffering. The last thing we need is more lazy people, and it's not all their fault. You know, people are indoctrinated, people are unconscious, and systems perpetuate laziness by benefiting illusions. But regardless, this behavior is unacceptable, and we need to see it for what it is. The illusion, laziness, it doesn't benefit anyone. No one. No one. It doesn't benefit the narcissist. They live in a hellhole of a world and a life. The fantasy illusion is a hell. It's hell. That's hell on earth. To be harming people and constantly being harmed and living in that illusion, and that is laziness. To choose the lie. So every time the narcissist has a problem and they choose lies, they are acting lazy. And narcissists can have these very undesirable characters, such as like laziness, ungratefulness, low self-esteem, and that is the direct impact of their choices. When you make choices to harm others, your character declines. Like character. Like your personality, that's your character that you use here on earth. When you make bad choices, truly bad choices, your character gets really bad. And they don't actually see how far their character has declined because they're lazy and choosing the illusion, a fantasy reality of who they are that isn't real or true. And on the flip side, when you make good choices, such as being responsible, resting, taking care of yourself, just having the desire to improve yourself, that's all you really need. It's that will, the desire. Just having that will improve your character. You'll become, over time, it's like karma compounds. And you'll become better and better and better and better. And it's just about that will. It's not super complicated. You just need that will to improve. But yeah, so the narcissist is lazy. You reacting to abuse and resting in an environment that demands energy from you is not laziness. Because that's another thing about narcissists. They constantly demand energy from you. When you're living with them, when you're working with them. Even when you're down, they'll demand more and more and more and more, constantly demanding energy. And for you to be reacting to that constant demand for energy isn't laziness. Now, if you went and started going and demanding energy from others, that is also laziness. But resting, recharging, and reacting normally to abuse isn't laziness. So I hope this was helpful for you, and I love you.